For years, the Formula One driver market has been dominated by speculation about where Max Verstappen might go. The four-time world champion has been the most sought-after driver in the sport since his first title in 2021, with every top team hoping to one day secure his signature. While he has a long-term contract with Red Bull until the end of 2028, it is widely known that this deal contains performance-related exit clauses. This has led to constant rumours linking him to rival teams, most notably Mercedes. But now, a new and intriguing possibility has emerged, one that could see Verstappen make a sensational switch to Aston Martin in 2027. This scenario, which once seemed unlikely, is now gaining credibility due to a unique combination of factors. Fernando Alonso's retirement plans, Aston Martin's ambitious 2026 project, and Verstappen's own desire to keep winning. To understand why this scenario is now being taken seriously, we need to look at three separate but interconnected developments. The first is Fernando Alonso's retirement timeline. The second is Aston Martin's transformation into a potential championship contender. And the third is the uncertainty surrounding Red Bull's future performance. When you put all three together, a path emerges that could lead Verstappen to Aston Martin in 2027. The key to this entire scenario lies with Fernando Alonso, the two-time world champion, who will be 45 years old in 2026, has made it clear that the upcoming season is his last real chance to fight for a third title. In a recent interview, he laid out his retirement plans with surprising clarity. "I know it's my last chance," Alonso said. "If the car is strong, 2026 will probably be my last year." This statement is crucial. It means that if Aston Martin delivers a competitive, race-winning car in 2026, Alonso will likely retire at the end of that season, opening up a highly coveted seat at a top team for 2027. If the car is not competitive, he has suggested he might stay for one more year to end his career on a more positive note. But the message is clear. A successful 2026 for Aston Martin means a vacant seat in 2027. Aston Martin team principal Andy Cowell has confirmed that he has not discussed Alonso's retirement plans with him directly, but he acknowledged that the Spaniard is thinking about the end of 2026 and what comes next. Cowell emphasised that both Alonso and his teammate Lance Stroll are completely focused on making 2026 a success, even if it means enduring a difficult 2025 season. The team is putting all their effort and resources into the new regulations, and if that gamble pays off, Alonso will likely walk away satisfied, leaving a prime seat available. This brings us to the second part of the equation, Aston Martin's prospects for 2026. The team is currently undergoing a massive transformation, with owner Lawrence Stroll investing heavily in new facilities, technology, and personnel. The goal is not just to compete, but to win championships. The two biggest pieces of this puzzle are the arrival of legendary designer Adrian Newey and the switch to Honda power units. Newey, the man behind championship-winning cars at Williams, McLaren and Red Bull, is now fully focused on the 2026 Aston Martin. He is known for his ability to find creative interpretations of new regulations, and many in the paddock believe he could give Aston Martin a significant advantage. As former F1 driver Juan Pablo Montoya recently said, Aston Martin could win everything if Newey finds a loophole in the new rules. The partnership with Honda is equally significant. Honda powered Red Bull and Max Verstappen to their 4 consecutive championships from 2021 to 2024, creating one of the most dominant combinations in recent F1 history. Their decision to partner with Aston Martin for 2026 as a full works team gives the Silverstone-based outfit the resources and expertise of a major manufacturer. The combination of a Newey-designed chassis and a works Honda power unit has many experts, including Karan Chandok and Juan Pablo Montoya, predicting that Aston Martin will be a serious title contender in 2026. This is where Max Verstappen comes in. While he has repeatedly stated his loyalty to Red Bull, he has also made it clear that his desire to win is his top priority. His contract, which runs until 2028, reportedly contains an exit clause that allows him to leave if he is not in the top 2 of the championship at a certain point in the season. With Red Bull building their own power unit for the first time in 2026, there is a degree of uncertainty surrounding their future performance. While the team is publicly optimistic about their progress, it remains a significant gamble. If Red Bull struggles to adapt to the new regulations and Aston Martin emerges as a front-runner, Verstappen could find himself in a position where he has a contractual right to leave and a clear opportunity to join a winning team. There is also the question of timing. Verstappen's exit clause is reportedly tied to his championship position at a specific point in the season. If Red Bull is struggling and he is outside the top two, he would have the legal right to leave. This would give him the freedom to negotiate with other teams mid-season, and if Aston Martin is performing well at that time, they would be in a strong position to make him an offer. It would be a rare alignment of circumstances, but not an impossible one. A move to Aston Martin would make a lot of sense for Verstappen in this scenario. He would be reunited with both Adrian Newey and Honda, the two key partners in his previous championship successes. He would be joining a team with a proven winning car, a state-of-the-art factory, and the financial backing to sustain a championship challenge. For a driver who is singularly focused on winning, the logic would be undeniable. It is also worth considering what Aston Martin would gain from signing Vstappen. While Lance Stroll currently holds the second seat, it is no secret that the team has ambitions to sign one of the sport's top drivers. If Alonso retires and a seat becomes available, the team would be free to pursue Vstappen without the complication of having to replace a contracted driver. For Lawrence Stroll, who has invested billions into the team, signing a driver of Verstappen's caliber would be the ultimate validation of his project. It would signal to the world that Aston Martin is not just a midfield team with big dreams, but a genuine championship contender. Of course, Aston Martin is not the only option for Vstappen. Mercedes has been openly pursuing him for some time, with team principal Toto Wolff making no secret of his desire to sign the Dutch driver. Mercedes will also be looking to bounce back in 2026 with their own new power unit. However, the Aston Martin scenario has a unique appeal due to the pre-existing relationships with Newey and Honda. It would be less of a leap into the unknown and more of a reunion of a proven winning formula. Ultimately, this all depends on what happens in 2026. If Aston Martin produces a championship contending car and Fernando Alonso decides to retire on a high, the door will be wide open for a new star driver in 2027. If, at the same time, Red Bull falters with their new power unit, Max Verstappen will have both the motive and the opportunity to make a move. It is a fascinating prospect, and one that could dramatically reshape the Formula One grid in the years to come. The pieces are all in place for a potential blockbuster transfer, and the entire F1 world will be watching closely to see how it unfolds. What do you think? Is a move to Aston Martin a realistic possibility for Max Verstappen in 2027? Or will he remain loyal to Red Bull? Let us know your thoughts in the comments.